The legendary Willie Nelson has made more than 100 albums. He's helped lead the Farm Aid movement, and he's also a longtime proponent for the legalization of marijuana. So it's only appropriate the name of his new book is Roll Me Up and Smoke Me When I Die, Musings from the Road. Willie Nelson, good morning. Welcome back. It's nice to see you.
Thank you. You too.
Why don't we start right with the title and talk about a little bit of current events, all right? Election Day a couple of weeks ago. A couple of states, Colorado and Washington, approved the legalized recreational use of marijuana. You happy about that?
I'm happy about that, yeah.
I'm actually surprised you're here. I thought you'd be out building a house in one of those two states.
Well, we don't have to fly to Amsterdam anymore.
Do you think you're going to be alive? You're closing in on 80 when you see, keeping in mind that it's still against federal law to smoke pot. Do you think you'll be alive when it's legal in all 50 states?
Oh, I don't know. I would hope so. You never know about those things. That's a tricky situation.
You don't like to predict the future?
No.
Kinky Friedman, your buddy, in the prologue to this book, writes something. I'm paraphrasing. He says that basically one of the reasons you didn't fit in so well in Nashville was your pot smoking. Did you ever consider giving it up?
Oh, I gave it up a bunch of times.
Did you ever consider giving it up for good?
Not really, because I haven't seen any side effects that really are harmful to me. You know, I'm the canary in the mine. I'm 80 years old. Check me out, you know.
You know, you said something to our producer when he was talking to you about this book, and I think he asked you the question. He said, did you learn something about yourself, Willie, when you wrote the book? And I liked what you said to him. You said, you know, I've always been pretty sure of where I am and who I am. So no. So why did you write the book?
They offered me a bunch of money.
Willie, come on, make something up. Is that really the reason?
That's the main reason. Kinky Friedman came with a deal, you know. I said, well, you can't turn down Kinky, you know.
You share the pages of the book with some people you love, family members. You let them write some things about you. Did any of the stories they wanted to tell surprise you?
No, not really. They were all very complimentary, and if they hadn't been, I'd have took them out.
Yeah, because you have the final edit, don't you? Your son Micah. By the way, a lot of your children are musicians, aren't they? Your son Micah, who plays on your latest album, said this, quote, "I've never felt as though I'm standing in his shadow. Instead, it's as if he blazed a trail of lights for me with which to cast my own shadows." I think any father, I read that and I thought, I'd like that review.
That's pretty good.
It is. I mean, did that come naturally to you as a way of parenting, or did you actually have to work at that?
I told him to say that.
No, but seriously, I mean, because it would have been easy for you to cast a big shadow over your kids. Did you have to consciously try not to do that?
I didn't, no. I was just mainly trying to go from day to day being me, and I wanted them to do the same thing, and they experienced along with me a lot of things that I was going through, and they saw how I was handling it, and I hope I handled it okay so that they'll get some experience on how they might want to handle things.
Were you happy that so many of your kids went into music? Was it something that pleased you?
Yeah. It's great to have your kids, especially if they're good and they're on the stage with you and you're performing and people are liking them. Yeah, that's as good as it gets.
I think a lot of people hear your name, they're going to think of a song you did a number of years back, To All the Girls I've Loved Before.
Yeah.
But you've now been married to your fourth wife, Annie, for coming up on 25 years, right?
Right, yeah.
How has that lasted? How did you get that to work out?
It's a day-to-day thing.
You want to make a phone call to make sure everything's all right?
Let me call.
What's the secret for you in this one?
Oh, I think we're both pretty independent, and we allow each other to be independent and have our own thoughts.
Do you think she'd say the same thing?
I don't know. Probably not.
Yeah? You are at the stage of your life now where people start to celebrate your lifetime achievements.
Yeah.
Does that freak you out a little bit?
I don't know. I haven't really had time to think about whether I'm old or young yet. It's been pretty busy the last 40, 50 years, you know.
Yeah, but I mean, 80, does that get your attention a little bit?
It sort of did, but 60 did too, you know. When I was coming up on 60, I was thinking, well, you know, what am I going to do? Am I going to live or die? You know, am I going to retire or keep going? And I thought the same thing at 70, and I'll probably move on at 80. I hope so.
Well, one of the reasons you'll move on, I just want people to know, I think they may find this, and you're a fitness nut. Yeah. I mean, you work out a lot, and I think people have that other image of you and perhaps don't quite know that side of you.
Yeah.
Something you'll keep going?
Oh, I enjoy it, and it's my therapy. You know, it's my medicine, working out.
Well, you look good, and the book is fun. Willie Nelson, it's always good to have you here.
Thank you.